Selling. Let's dive into this session with a clear goal in mind: crafting a practical and winning plan to bring new customers to your business. We're here to help you roll up your sleeves and come up with strategies that actually work. Here's what you can expect from this session. First, we'll focus on targeting likely buyers to boost sales. Then we'll define the sales process and how it attracts customers. Up next, we'll cover the importance of a sales script and how to write one. We'll explore a monthly sales activity calendar and strategies to stay on track. And top 10 do's and don'ts. Sound good? Let's get started. Focusing your sales effort. One of the common mistakes of new business owners is trying to sell to everyone. As a small business owner, you've got limited time and resources, so it's crucial to use them wisely. Focus your sales efforts on customers who are most likely to buy from you. By targeting your efforts, you'll be able to maximize your time and increase the chances of making those sales. It's all about working smarter, not harder. Identifying the best customers, aka those most likely to buy, involves 3 steps. 1. Collecting information on your sales contacts. The first step will be collecting information on your sales contacts. When it comes to sales, it's important to keep track of your potential customers, or as we like to call them, sales contacts. These can be individuals or organizations who have shown some interest in what you're offering. When you come across these promising leads, make sure you gather and record their contact information. It could be as simple as jotting down their name, address, phone number, and email. You could use your phone, a computer, or a good old-fashioned notebook. Whatever works for you. The key is to make sure you actually write it down. That way you'll have the necessary info at your fingertips when it's time to reach out and seal the deal. 2. Developing a set of key questions. The key questions should address 1. Whether the contact has the problem that your product or service solves. 2. Whether the contact is in the right place at the right time to buy the product or service. And 3. Whether the contact has the resources to buy the product or service. Here are some examples. Let's say you want to start a daycare. You might ask, do you have preschool-aged children? Where's your home and your school? Or, how much are you willing to pay for childcare? Maybe you want to start a residential fencing business. Potential questions might be, what kind and how much fence do you need? Are you sharing the costs with your neighbor? When do you need it done? And how much are you willing to pay for a fence? For a catering business, you might ask questions like, how many people and when do you need it? Where is the event you are catering? What kind of event is it? And what kind of budget do you have? Ask the key questions and filter your sales contacts. Your key questions will tell you whether your sales contact has the problem that you can solve, is in the right place at the right time to buy your product or service, and has the resources to buy your product or service. If the answers show that the sales contact is likely to buy from you, then you can focus on making a sale to them. Think of it as a funnel. Your questions will help narrow down and filter out sales contacts that are most likely to buy your product. To make your business successful, you need to focus your attention on the best customers, those most likely to buy. Once you identify those folks, you can begin the sales process. Understanding and using the sales process. Selling is one of the most important responsibilities of a business owner. You'll be better at selling if you understand the sales process and use it to close the sale. Here are the 5 steps in that process. Find, learn, buy, use, and share. Your responsibility as a business owner is to help the customer go through this series of steps. If you do this well, your customer will buy from you and share that information with other potential customers. When you're talking to the customer, you want to know where the customers are in the process so that you can provide information that moves them to the next step. Find. The first step is helping the potential customer find your product or service. The potential customer must know that your company exists and that you offer a product or service that solves their problem. You want to make sure that your company is advertising where your potential customers are looking for information. So how do you do that? Find out where your prospective customers are looking for information. Find out what words they're using when they're searching. Match your company name and description to keywords the customer is looking for. Use advertising that uses customer keywords. What if you want to start a coffee shop? You might use email, Yelp, or signage to reach customers that search keywords like coffee, pumpkin spice latte, and tea in their messages. Your coffee shop's business name and logo should reflect keywords and the value proposition. Learn. Customers who find your business will want to learn more about your product or service. They might check out your website, look for reviews on Yelp, or talk with existing customers to see if you do what you promise to do. They want to know that you make customers happy with your potential product or service. They might also look at competitors to see how you stack up. Here's how you can help your prospective customer easily learn more about your products or services. Demonstrate how you can meet your customer's need. Create a video. Give a demonstration. Explain how your product or service works. Make sure to explain how the features of your product or service benefit the customer. For example, a coffee shop might give free brewed coffee samples. A residential fence company might show lumber and gate hardware samples. Make sure your existing customers are satisfied. Provide great service and correct customer service problems and complaints quickly. For example, a coffee shop is better off making a new coffee drink for a customer who's not satisfied. A happy customer will more than pay for the small price of remaking a drink. Use customer testimonials. Show how your customers are happy and satisfied with your product or service. Your existing customers have much more credibility than you do. Testimonials, positive product reviews, word-of-mouth recommendations are all very powerful ways to get new customers. For example, a coffee shop with great product reviews online would influence a new customer. Existing customers who invite their friends to coffee is the best kind of selling. Research your competitors and the industry. Know what things are important to compete in your particular marketplace. Figure out all the minimum things customers will expect from you to be considered. For example, a coffee shop might need to open at 6 a.m. and offer seating during the lunch hour. Buy. After your potential customers learn about your products or services, you want them to buy from you. In this step, your goal is to give potential customers reasons to buy and to remove any obstacles to buying from you. Tell the customers why they should choose you. Customers have many choices. Tell them why you're better, faster, or higher value. For example, a coffee shop might say, "Our coffee is better because we have organic, freshly roasted, and high-quality exclusive beans." Explain benefits. Make a list of benefits to tell the customer. Make it easy for the customer to understand how they will benefit by choosing you. Overcome objections. Confirm that your product or service meets the customer's needs. Address common objections before the customer even brings them up. Ask for the order. Ask the customer to buy from you. Don't be shy. Find out why. If they don't buy, see if you can find out why. This will help you improve. Use. Your job isn't finished after the customer buys. After the customer buys your product or service, you want to make sure that they use it correctly. If they use it correctly, they get all the benefits, value, and results they expect. Good customer service will create additional sales and lead to recommendations. Resolve customer issues or complaints promptly. Unhappy customers will talk to more people than happy ones will. Help the customer get started. Help the first-time customer learn how to use the product or service. Do an orientation or walkthrough as necessary. Be proactive. Go along with the customer and help them along the way, proactively reaching out to them to make sure everything's okay. Encourage them with good customer service. Resolve problems. Check to make sure their needs are being met and the problem is solved. Give them information to show that the problem is solved. Be responsive. Answer the phone, reply to the email and text message. Respond to social media complaints. Responding quickly shows you care. Get feedback. Ask your customer if they're satisfied. Ask them if their expectations are exceeded. Share. After your customer uses the product, you want them to share their experience with other potential customers. You want every customer to be satisfied customers who recommend you to others. Get recommendations. Ask your customers if they are satisfied enough to recommend you. Ask customers for referrals. Make it easy for customers to recommend and send you referrals. You could give discounts or rewards for referrals that turn into new customers. Ask for reviews. Ask your customers to write a positive review. The sales process will lead to satisfied and happy customers who will help you bring in new customers to your business and make new sales. Part of the process is making sure that a consistent message is delivered to your potential customers. Creating a sales script. Let's talk about sales scripts. Super useful tools for you or your staff to have conversations with potential customers about your products and services. A sales script is basically an outline that helps you structure the conversation in a way that achieves a few key goals. First off, it ensures that you gather all necessary information from your customer. You don't want to miss out on anything important, right? A good sales script keeps things organized, helping you ask the right questions and collect valuable details. A good sales script helps you clearly explain to the customer how they'll benefit from buying your product or service. You want to highlight those awesome advantages and show them how it's a no-brainer to go for it. And of course, the ultimate goal is to close that sale. A well-crafted sales script guides you towards that victory, increasing your chances of sealing the deal and making those sales. Even if someone doesn't end up buying, they can still be valuable. Why? Well, they can provide you with information that will help you with future sales and make your business even more successful down the line. So every interaction counts. Here are the key parts of a sales script. Listening to preferences. The first step in the sales script is listening to the customer to understand their needs and wants. Tell the customer what you heard and ask if you stated it correctly. If not, ask more questions until you understand. Explaining value. After you understand the customer's needs, explain how he or she will benefit from your products or services. Make it clear how your product or service will meet their needs. Understanding constraints and obstacles. During the conversation, find out if your customer has constraints that have to be met before the purchase can occur. Typical constraints include how much they can pay, when they can take the delivery, where they can take the delivery, and other people who might be involved in the transaction. Understanding the constraints is important for making the sale with this customer and making sales with other customers in the future. Meeting constraints and overcoming obstacles. Once you understand the customer's constraints and obstacles, explore ways to overcome them. Can you come up with terms and conditions that make it possible for the customer to make the purchase? Closing the deal. Ask for the order and agree on the method and terms for payment. The sales script can include all of these parts, but can also be simple. Picture this. You're at a trade show or a neighborhood event where you want to make people aware that your coffee products exist, including coffee beans and prepared coffee. You can use the following sales script. Listen to preferences. Would you like to taste our new coffee blend? What kind of coffee do you like? Light, medium, or dark roast? Do you drink coffee every day? What do you like in your coffee? Milk or sugar? Explaining value. Do you know that our coffee is available for purchase online? Did you know that our coffee is ranked #1 in our market? Did you know that we have our own unique app that has coupons and loyalty points? Did you know that our coffee is grown using sustainable agricultural practices? Understanding constraints and obstacles. How much do you spend on your coffee every day? Do you have any constraints about how much time you have for coffee? Do you have any health challenges that impact how much coffee you can drink? Meeting constraints and overcoming obstacles. Our coffee is relatively inexpensive, so you'll save money. You can order our coffee in advance so you have more time to drink on your coffee break. We offer decaffeinated coffee to address your concerns about caffeine. Closing the deal. How many pounds of beans would you like to buy? Let me send you our app so you can download it. Here's a loyalty card. Be sure to fill out the form. Here's a coupon. Just take it to the coffee shop. Creating and using a sales script will help you gather the information you need to identify your customer's needs. It will also help you move the customer from learn to buy in the sales process. Planning future sales activities. So you've identified your customers, started the sales process, and created a sales script. Now what? Well, it's time to start planning sales activities to support your sales process in the future. A sales activities plan lists the activities that will support customers in the sales process over the next 3 to 6 months. Some customers will be at the find stage, and some will be at the use stage. A good sales plan will have activities related to every stage of the sales process. Here's an example of a sales plan for the next 3 months for our hypothetical coffee shop. For each part of the sales process, we'll list out different potential sales process activities and decide which month to do them in. For our find activities, we might want to advertise an in-store event or highlight specialty drinks in an email newsletter. For learn, we could have a How to Brew the Perfect Cup of Tea class in our store. For buy, we could give out specials to loyalty card holders. For use activities, we could promote our new cafe remodel. For share activities, we might encourage our customers to submit pictures on Instagram of them drinking their favorite cup of joe from our store. Of course, every business will have different find, learn, buy, use, and share activities for different market segments. Part of the development of a sales activity plan is to discover what works and what doesn't work with your potential customers. If you find that activities related to sports, like the World Series, don't motivate your customers, then it'll need to be replaced with another activity in the future, like Halloween costume event. The most important part of planning for future sales activities is thinking in advance about what you will be doing to attract new customers. Your competition will be planning and working hard to take your customers away. You need to continue to attract and keep customers in order to stay competitive. Summary. Selling is essential to the survival of your new business, and it will take a lot of your time. The most important thing to remember about selling is that your selling activities must change with the market. Watch out. The market has the potential to change very quickly. As the business owner, you need to be ready to change your message, your communication method, your sales script, and your sales process to adapt to the needs of your customers. But with the processes you've learned in this session, you'll be well on your way to getting sales. Selling. Top 10 do's and don'ts. Top 10 do's. 1. Focus your sales efforts on customers who are most likely to buy from you. 2. Collect and record contact information for all your sales contacts. 3. Develop key questions that will reveal how likely the contact will be a customer. 4. Understand and use the sales process to help your customers find, learn, buy, use, and share your product or service. 5. Make sure your existing customers are happy. 6. Address common objections before the customer even brings them up. 7. Ask the customer to buy from you. 8. Ensure the customer uses your product or service correctly so they get all the benefits, value, and results they expect. 9. Encourage happy customers to share their feedback and post a review or provide a recommendation. 10. Create a sales script to help you gather all the information you need to identify the best customers and what they need. Top 10 don'ts. 1. Don't try to sell to everyone. 2. Don't target sales contacts who don't have a problem you can solve or resources to buy your product. 3. Don't ignore the sales process or where your customers are in the sales process. 4. Don't make it difficult for potential customers to learn about your business and your products. 5. Don't give up if a potential customer expresses objections. Explain how your product can meet their needs and overcome their objections. 6. Don't forget to ask for the order. 7. Don't assume your relationship with your customer is over when the sale closes. 8. Don't ignore customer issues or complaints. 9. Don't overlook a sales script as a powerful tool to help you organize your sales conversations. Get information you need, state important information, and close the sale. 10. Don't invest in your sales efforts without a sales activity plan to schedule your activities for customers at different stages of the sales process. Congratulations on completing this session on selling. Before you go, I want to remind you that Moby's free business plan template is available online right now. If you've already started your business plan, you might consider adding some of these strategies to your roadmap. Feel free to pause now and review or download any of the resources from this session online, or continue to the next session for more information. Moby's free business plan and other worksheets, checklists, and templates are also available to you for download. Good luck! You're just getting started. This session can be taken on its own or as a part of a full course to earn a certificate of completion and/or digital badge from Moby and Santa Clara University. If you're taking this as a part of a course or want to enroll, be sure to log on and take the corresponding quiz or final exam as appropriate. You can access more topics, courses, and helpful information for your business at www.scu.edu/MOBI.